Then we are seeing how to use the standalone utility used for student data collection in sync with UDICE. This utility can be used at school level, cluster level, village level, or even at block level without Oracle utility. There are two steps for using this utility. First step is to be followed by the user at the block level, from where the UDICE data can be ported into the SDMIS database, and then this DB can be used at the, and this utility and DB can be used at the school level. So for first level, like block level, where the UDICE data is available, you have to download the utility, install the utility, and update the utility. Then you have to use the DICE export utility to transfer the data from Oracle database to SDMIS DB. Then you can export this data and then provide this SDMIS DB to the schools or clusters or villages where the actual data entry is to be done for each and every student. Once this data is provided to the school level, then at the school level, download the utility, update the utility, and replace the SDMIS DB which you received from the block level or school level, block level or cluster level. After completing the data entry at the school level, you can provide this DB, SDMIS DB to the block level or from where you got this DB. And then at the destination level, at the block level, replace this SDMIS DB and import the data, student-wise data, into Oracle using the DICE export utility. This utility is available on dice.in/udice.html. For any clarifications, you can call us on 1800116200 or you can write us on mr.nbhatia@gmail.com. Now we will see the video on how to use this utility, how to create the database file and how to enter the data, and then how you can export the data and you can return the DB file to the block level where the actual data merging is to be done. To get the student data capture format and independent utility for entering the student-wise data at the school level or village level or cluster level or block level, you can visit our website dice.in, DISE.in. On this screen, on this web page, you will get a link, Get Student Data Capture Format and UDICE Software. Just click on it and it will open another web page, that is udice.html, and on this web page you will get all the information related with state RTE rules, in which you will get the definitions of disadvantaged group, what is disadvantaged group, what is BPL, below poverty line, what is the term Anganwadi, and all these terms are as per the RTE rules given in the document. For that, you can click on this particular link and it will open another link where state-wise RTE rules are given, and you can see, you can list, you can check your state's RTE rules, in which you will find the definitions of disadvantaged group, BPL and other parameters also. Now, to see how we can download the independent utility, for that you have to scroll down this page and there you will see a link saying that independent utility for student data entry, that is installable setup. For that, you just click on this button and you will get a RAR file where the installable setup for independent utility for student data entry is available. After installing this, after downloading this, you just download the another file, that is updated independent utility. Remember that this is an installable utility. After installation, you will use this file that has to be extracted only, that is independent utility for student data entry, and another link is given, blank database for independent utility for data entry. So these are the three links this you have to download. After downloading this, you should also download the DICE export import utility, that is also independent of Oracle version, which will be used for transferring the data, which will be used for populating the data from DICE to from UDICE to this independent standalone utility database. So these are the links from where you can download the utility. Now from the downloaded file SDMIS setup, you have to extract this file into a folder in the root drive, any root drive of the system, either it is D drive or C drive. When you extract this file, a folder will be created as SDMIS setup, and this is the SDMIS setup folder. From this folder, you have to execute the file setup.exe, and this is the setup.exe. Now you double click on it, or you can execute this file as an administrator. If you are not an administrator in Windows, you execute this file. When this file is successfully executed, you will get this kind of screen for student data collection in sync with UDICE. Click on install products, click on next, 32-bit short names, click on next, select typical. You can also select typical or you can select custom. If you select typical, it will not ask anything for selection. You just have to select this and click on next. Wrong for each or overwrite for all. You can select overwrite all. Click on next, install now, and then it will install it. This utility will get installed after the process is completed. Now this is the process how the setup is installing. Now this, after the process is completed, the SDMIS utility will be installed on the machine where you are installing this. And this is the group icon which is created. Now click on finish. And now after the installation is over, you will see a folder in the C drive in your system, that is UDICE. Within UDICE there will be a DICE assist, and within DICE assist there will be a folder SDMIS setup. This is the folder where the installed files will be there, and the SDMIS.exe is there. From this file you can execute the independent utility. These DLL files are required for executing this utility. These are the DLL files, and this is the database file sdmisdb.db, where the data will be stored when you enter the data using this utility. Now we know that we have downloaded the SDMIS utility, SDMIS setup. So after installing the SDMIS setup, we have to extract this SDMIS utility, because this is the updated SDMIS utility, and we have to extract this file into the folder which is created by the installation. So this is the folder, SDMIS folder. Here we have to extract the updated utility, SDMIS utility. Right click and extract here. So all these files, the exe file and the DLL files, these will be updated. And as far as the export import utility is concerned, so this particular part is required for to be installed at the school level or cluster level or village level, where you want to use the independent utility. But there is another method, there is another step which is to be taken at the block level or district level, from where the master data in this SDMIS DB will be populated. Because presently after installation this DB is blank, but this DB is to be provided by the updated database is to be provided by the block level or district level officials, district level SSA or RMSA officials, from where they will populate this database and will distribute this DB file to the concerned schools, villages, clusters, where they want to enter the data without Oracle. This independent utility is, why this is independent utility? Because this is not dependent on Oracle database. So it is independent of Oracle database. So for the machines where we want to create from where we want to populate this database, you have to install the DICE XPRT utility. And most of the DICE users are already having, and in this DICE XPRT utility, we had already downloaded the file, that is UDICE XPRT module, which was downloaded from here. This is the DICE XPRT module, this one, this you downloaded. After downloading this, extract this udice.xprt file in the C drive udice.xprt folder, and this will be the executable file from where you can start the dice export import module. This is the executable file and these are the required DLL files. When you execute this module, this will be like this, and when you execute this module, then you have to first log in into the user where the data is residing, where the updated master data is available. Updated means the master list which you had created, the new schools which you had created, the schools which are closed or merged that you had updated in the database in the Oracle UDICE database, and then log in into that module. If the username and passwords are correct, then you will be able to log in into the module. Now we are trying to log in into the module. Now just to transfer the data from Oracle database to SDMIS DB, go to export, click on school data, and then select the state name, district name, block name. This block you have to select for which you want to transfer the data from Oracle database to this SDMIS DB. Select the year as 2016-17 in your database because you will be having the 2016-17 data. Select that year and then see the database, destination database. The destination database is udice folder, in which there is a subfolder dice assist. Another subfolder is there SDMIS, and the file name destination database is sdmisdb.db. Then click on proceed. It will ask for confirmation. Just see this file name. This is the destination database. Click on yes and it will start transferring the data from Oracle to independent utility database. This is now transferring the udice data from Oracle database to the SDMIS independent utilities database. It will show the processing, how many files read, how many records read, and how many transferred. So once the database transfer is over, we will see how the database will look like in the independent utility and which file you have to give to the schools or clusters or villages where you want to use the SDMIS utility. Now presently this is transferring the infrastructure data, enrollment data, teachers data, every tables it is transferred. Now it is over, and now if you want to see that what is transferred, what is given. So now what we have done is we have used the dice export import utility, and this utility is to be used only on the machines where master data is available in the district or block. So this is, we have transferred the data, and now we will see the SDMIS DB. Now the data from Oracle has been shifted to this particular file, sdmisdb.db. Now you can distribute this database file, this DB file, to the locations, to the schools, to the clusters, to the villages where you want to use the independent SDMIS DB utility, SDMIS utility, student database management utility. Now this file is to be placed in the same folder, SDMIS folder, in the machine where you want to use this utility without Oracle database. Still, if you think that while using the DICE-XPRT module, if you face any error of database connectivity, then there is a registry file, DICE-XPRT_SDMIS reg file. Just right click on it and click on merge in your machines. It will create a registry entry in your system, in your Windows, saying that this registry will be merged in the existing registry system in your Windows. So what it will do is it will create a connection between DICE-XPRT and SDMIS DB. So that registry file will create a connection between this database file and the DICE export import utility. Now why is available with you in the SDMIS utility in this particular folder, when the data is available in this particular file from the school level master data, number of schools, information is available, then you can execute this utility, SDMIS utility at the school level. And when you double click on this, you will get the screen, this particular screen. So to start the SDMIS utility student database, to enter the student-wise data into that particular school, just click on this student database management information system and click on continue. Then you will see the data which is available in the SDMIS DB file. So presently in this system, in this DB, I am having the data of Karnataka also, and so that means we can have multiple schools data or multiple states data, multiple districts data, multiple blocks data, multiple villages data. So whatever data is available in the file, in the DB file, we are getting here. You just click on the state or district. If you want to activate the data for a particular block, select a block. If you want to enter the data, select the village, and you can select a village for which you want to enter the data. Otherwise, what you can also do is, that means now you can enter the data for a complete block, complete village, complete school, complete structure. All the data is available in this, and you can enter the student-wise data for any school of that particular block or village. But you can also restrict the user to enter the data only for that particular school. For that, you can type 11-digit code, 11-digit UDICE school code. As soon as you type the 11-digit school code and you click on continue with the year, it will say whether the village name, whether the school code is correct or not. Suppose I am entering, if I enter a village code and I click on continue, if that particular code, if the data of that particular code is not available in this database, you can't enter the data of that particular school. So this is only for example. If I select a particular school and if I select a particular district and I enter into the module, now you are able to successfully log in into the module, and we can enter the data from the data menu and click on student database. Now select the block or after selecting the block, this will be the list of the schools available under this particular block, and you can select a particular school for which you want to do the student-wise data entry. For example, if I select this particular school, this school is primary only, Department of Education is the school management, and the type of school is co-educational school. And the pre-primary section is not attached, and the lowest class is 1, highest class is 5. To enter the data, student-wise data for this particular school, either you can click on this green arrow sign or click on data menu and enter. Now this is the interface from where you can start your data entry or you can update the data of the existing students. Now when you click on class, it will display only the classes from class 1 to 5 for this particular school, because as we saw that in the first screen, we saw that the lowest class of the school is class 1 and the highest class as per UDICE is class 5. So I select class 1. Then you have to select a section. If there are multiple sections, you can select the section for which you want to enter. If there are no sections for that particular class in that school, so by default you have to select 1 or A and then click on add. Now here, this is the data entry format. This is as per the sequence given in the data capture format, student data capture format. First you have to specify the Aadhaar number, Aadhaar ID of 12 digits. Then name of the student. If the Aadhaar ID is not given in the data capture format, just leave it blank. Then name of the student. Then father's name, mother's name, then date of birth of the student. As soon as you type the date of birth and you move to next column, it will display the age of the student. If the age of the student, for example, if you write, if that age of the student is not matching with the class as per the rules of the class admission, then it will highlight the column with the red color, and it will also display the age of that particular student. Then you have to specify gender, then social category, then religion, then mother tongue, and then habitation or locality, name of the habitation or locality, then date of admission of the student when he or she got admitted in that particular school. Then admission number, then whether the student is below poverty line, yes or no, whether the student belongs to disadvantaged group, yes or no, whether the student is getting free admission and as per RTE rules, yes or no. Then the current class and section, it is disabled. Why? Because we are adding a student and we had already selected a class and section. Then class studied previous year, if the student is in class 1, then in which class he or she was in the previous year. If the student was in the pre-primary, then you have to specify 0. If the student has not studied any class, he is directly coming to class 1, then you can specify 99. Then this particular column 18 is automatically skipped if you type 99 in the question number 17. That means if the student was not in any class in the previous year, then this question is automatically skipped. Otherwise, if you type 0 in this particular column, then you have to specify the status of the previous year if the student is in class 1. If the student is currently in class 1 and last year he or she had studied pre-primary, then from where did he or she did pre-primary? From the same school or another school or Anganwadi or none. And number of days, total number of days the student attended the school last year. The medium of instruction. Type of disability. If there is any type of disability in the student, then you specify the type of disability, and then only the question number 22 will be enabled. What type of facilities did the student receive in the previous academic year, the CWSN student? If the student is not having any kind of disability, then this column will be disabled. Question number 23 will be enabled only if the school is government or government aided. For private schools, these columns will be disabled. So you have to specify in the 23A, you have to specify how many number of uniform sets did the student receive. If he or she didn't receive anything, then you have to specify 0. If he received one set, then you have to specify one set. Free textbook, whether he received or not. Free transport facility, free escort facility, whether the student is MDM beneficiary or not, whether the student is availing any hostel facility, free hostel facility. Then if the hostel facility is availed, then what kind of hostel facility, whether KGBV, non-KGBV, others or none. Similarly, whether the student is attending any special training. If the special training is attended, then what kind of special training he or she is getting, whether it is residential or non-residential. Whether the child is homeless. If the child is homeless, then you have to specify whether the child is homeless and with parents. Then case 1. If the child is homeless and but not with adult protection, then you have to specify 2. Child is not homeless, then you have to specify 0. Whether the student appeared in the last examination. So this column will be automatically disabled because the student is presently in class 1. So for class 1, previous year examinations are not required and neither the mark. Stream will be automatically disabled because stream is applicable only for class 11th and 12th. Trade and sector column will be disabled and it will be enabled only for the students of classes 9 to 12. Then whether the student is receiving iron folic acid or not, deworming tablet or not, vitamin A supplement or not. Then you have to specify the student's bank account number, IFSC code of that particular branch where the student is having the bank account. Then the mobile number of the student or parent or guardian and the email address of the student or parent or guardian. Once this particular data is filled, you just click on save. If everything is okay, if every data is validated, then automatically a student ID will be generated. This is 18-digit student ID will be generated and you click on yes and the data is generated. The record is saved. Now how to edit the record. You again, for example, you are again coming to this particular school for editing the data. If you want to edit the data of this particular student of this particular class, you just go to this again select the class, select the section and click on edit. So now the data is available this side. All the students data which you had entered will be listed in this particular screen, and you click on that student record, student name, and the data will be populated. Now you can change the class, you can now even change the class. By mistake, if you entered the student data in class 1 or in section A, now you can change that class also and section also. You can also delete the record which is already entered. For deleting, you just click on this particular delete button, and then it will ask for a confirmation and you can delete the data also. From this screen, export the data for the selected list for the selected students. You can just click on export and it will give you the facility to export the data in various formats. You can save the data in DBS database format, you can save the data in Excel, you can save the data in HTML or SQL or any other format, whichever you are comfortable in using the data. You can print the data, the list of the students that will be printed. You can add additional details as if this is approved by the state, to add the additional details. These are the basic details which are mandatory to be collected for each and every student, and these are the for additional details. You can click on this additional details tab, and this data you have to, then you can enter this data about the registration number, roll number, house, birthplace. But all these variables, first you have to discuss with the state and you have to get approval from your state whether you need all this data to be collected from the school for each and every student or not. You can search the data when you are in edit mode. You can search the data by student ID, Aadhaar ID, by student name, by gender, by social category or caste, by religion, by CWSN, by BPL. For example, if you want to search the students by gender, then we can select gender and we can specify the code of the gender. If you want to list all the students who are boys only, then click 1, gender 1 and click on go. Presently there is only one student. If we click 2 for girl, we click on go, so it will not list any student. So we can search the students by any of these parameters. Now the data entry of each and every student is completed from the school level using the independent utility. You can transfer this file, you can provide this file sdmisdb.db to your higher officials. Like to higher level means to cluster level or to block level, where this data is to be merged back into the UDICE database. So provide this file, provide this sdmisdb.db file, and on the location on the machine where this data is to be merged back into Oracle in the UDICE, place this file in the same folder, in the SDMIS folder. Then execute the export import utility in the destination machine where this file is to, where the data of this file is to be transported from SDMIS-DB to Oracle database. So there in the DICE export utility, we have to use this file and execute this file, export import utility, and like this the screen will appear, and this is the procedure. Now from this user only we transferred the master list of schools to SDMIS-DB, and now we are bringing back the student wise data from SDMIS-DB to this particular user. So what we will do is we will log in into this machine. Then earlier we did export. Now we want to import the data from student wise data to this particular user. So we entered the data into this particular state. We select this particular district. We selected this particular block, and we entered the data for student wise data for 2016-17. And we are clicking include student wise data. And now the source file is this particular file. So the source file is SDMIS-DB, which is placed in SDMIS folder under DICE Assist under UDICE folder. Now when we click on proceed, it will say, do you want to import the data? Just click on yes, and it will say there are total 1 school. That means now it is showing you 1 school's data only has been modified. If we have modified more than 1 school's data and more than 1 student, we entered only data for 1 student in 1 school, so it is showing total 1 school is having the data and only 1 student's data is entered. Are you sure to import the data from SDMySDB? Click on yes to import the data and it will import the data. So the importing is done. It displayed master data is there and additional data we didn't enter any additional data, and now the data has been transferred from this particular file to Oracle database, which is in UDICE, which is in sync with UDICE.